Welcome to the Human Design and Astro Club. And let's be real. Mercury retrograde can feel like a cosmic mind F. Okay, I'm not going to curse right now. But this one, it's an invitation. Or you can also look at it as an opportunity. Maybe even a little drama. I mean, we are talking about Leo after all. But look at retrogrades, as I said, as more as opportunities. And let's redefine how you lead, how you reclaim your power, and also how you reconnect to what actually matters. Because this isn't just Mercury retrograde in Leo. We also have the human design energetic imprint of gate 7 in human design. So as I just said, so gate 7 is all about leadership. And so is Leo. I mean, that's why, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. So we get really to pinpoint this energy. And if you felt like your message isn't landing, your power specifically is muted, or your creative fire has gone dim, this episode is for you. Let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Crystal, your 1-3 sacral generator, right angle cross, vessel of love, rising Capricorn, Sagittarius sun, and Aries moon. And I'm here to help you win at the game called life, and also provide for you an energetic breakdown where human design meets astrology with actual experiments, implementation, and really easy ways to understand and apply all of this weird, bizarre information so it actually enhances your life. So this Mercury retrograde is going to kick off on July 18th at 12:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in a different time zone, it might be happening a little bit earlier for you, maybe on the 17th. And this is happening in the sign of Leo, and more specifically, gate 7 in human design. So part of what's called the channel of the alpha. We're talking about the G center. Okay, so pull up your chart as we go through this, your human design chart. You can also have your astrology chart out if you would like as well. So look and see if you have this gate 7, or the opposite end or full channel, because this will be highlighted for you potentially in a much deeper way. You also want to see where you have Leo in your chart. I'm going to be talking about where I have Leo in my chart at the end of this episode to give you an idea of what to think about or noodle on, because that's really what Mercury retrograde is all about. A lot of noodling. So let's talk power. Okay, let's talk leadership, voice, and alignment. And I'll walk you through at the end of this episode an experiment. And it's going to help you use this energy in real time. That's what I love doing. I love experimenting. I'm a 1-3. Okay, I'm kitchen's environment. I feel like that human design, the reason why I love it so much is because it's one giant experiment. And so I like to experiment with life and take all of these modalities, these systems, and help see how I can utilize them to my advantage. And so that's what I'm going to help you do at the end of this episode, especially if you're feeling like your momentum has hit a wall, which often happens during a retrograde period. So let's talk about what's actually happening here, okay? Mercury is the planet of thinking, speaking, communicating, coordinating, and also tech. So good luck for all of my spiritual entrepreneurs out there that also have online businesses like me, because it always happens. And I try to be very mindful of these time points during the year to not overschedule myself online. Something to consider. So when Mercury goes retrograde, it turns our attention inwards. Okay. So this is really about, with Leo, your personal identity, expression, creativity, confidence, and also the heart in more ways than one, because Leo is ruled by the heart, it is ruled by the sun, which the sun is really the cosmic heart. And then we have gate 7, which is the G center, which is half of the heart chakra. So gate 7 is called the role of the self. This is how we lead others by knowing where we're going. And this is also aligned with a much larger vision. It's not actually our ego. As I just said, we're really talking about love, purpose, and direction when we are considering the G center. And that's what I love about combining human design and astrology, because it's saying this Leo retrograde is really concerned, really in review about the G center. So, and really about direction, because gate 7 is also a direction gate. So that's where this gate is going to sit. So when Mercury slows down in this space, it's not just a delay. It's actually a deep recalibration of how we influence others, how we communicate our direction, and how we align our leadership with love instead of fear, hustle, or comparison. Let's talk about the shadow of this retrograde, because there's always a shadow and there's always light, which is going to be an opportunity. So let's talk about the shadow. So leading to prove instead of serve, over identifying with your title, role, or platform, business, making your business your identity, for example, feeling like if you're not in control, you're failing. I can relate to that one. Struggling to express your message clearly. So let's talk about the opportunity. This is about for you to reflect on why behind your leadership or expression. What is the why? And I say this a lot for my clients when it comes to business, that your why, and this could go and spill into other aspects of your life, your why needs to be the strongest part of you. If you don't know why you were doing what you were doing, if you don't know purpose is really the big question, then what's the point of all of this? It's also a good opportunity to refine your message, what you're really here to say. Reclaim your power from the places and people that you've given your authority away to. Reignite your fire, but from a place of deep alignment and not urgency. I think that's going to be a huge key factor with this retrograde, is that your plans may not go quite as you wanted them to or thought they would go. And so maybe slow down just a little bit, and that you'll get there when you get there. So let's talk about this experiment. So here's what I want you to try during this Mercury retrograde, starting this weekend as an experiment, as I just said, and one you can always come back to. So this experiment is called the Leadership Mirror Ritual. Okay? The Leadership Mirror Ritual. Since we are in the gate of leadership, we have gate 7. And since we are in the sign of Leo, which is all about identity, okay? So who you think you are really. And we're talking about G center. This ritual is going to really help you realign these areas in you. So each morning, you can do this each morning. You can choose the morning that you want to do this on, okay? So as you look at yourself in the mirror, ask yourself, where am I trying to lead from fear? And where am I willing to lead from love? Because that's what the G center encompasses, is love. And so where can you come home to yourself in a new way? So choose one thing each day that you usually try to control or fix, because we're talking about fixed sign of Leo, which can be a little stubborn, okay? So where are you gripping the wheel too tightly? We're talking about direction. Let it go. See how your energy shifts. And number 3, use your authority to engage and communicate which invitations or opportunities or ideas are worth your attention. That one I will be doing. And then lastly, Number 4, write down a message you've been trying to share. Then rework it from the voice of your true G center, which might be a little bit of more of an opportunity for my open Gs, or from a place of identity. Maybe looking at where you have Leo in your astrology chart. If you do, let's say, have an open G center, this could give you a little bit of a way to navigate this road. So you want to go from a place that not you should do, okay, but from your soul, okay? And like I said, if you're open in the G center, then you want to create space and also a deeper pause, I would say, for my open Gs to just listen to what gate 7 is trying to whisper to you, or maybe scream. You know, our open centers, they usually scream a little bit louder than our definition, especially if you're at the beginning of your journey. They start to quiet more, I would say, as you further go along in your human design experiment. So here's also another optional experiment that you can try. I will be doing this during this retrograde period. So pick a time, look at your schedule, and I would invite you to take a 2-day voice fast. Okay? Yes, you heard that right. A voice fast. So this means no content creation, no marketing, no explaining. See what wants to rise up from the silence. My open throat might have wanted to add that in, because if there's one thing I have learned, there is power in silence. Sit in the discomfort of the liminal void, okay? So I want to talk to you about my experience and what I'm going to be working on during this retrograde to give you a little insight on how this can go for you. So I have Leo ruling my 8th house. Okay, so this is the house of transformation, intimacy, power, and an energetic merging. This is also about other people's money. So a lot has come up during the shadow period about this already, and a lot of disruptions, I would say. So this retrograde is really pulling me inward, asking, where am I holding on to roles that no longer serve my evolution? Whew, that's a hard one, and that's going to be my contemplation question for this retrograde period. So as a vessel of love and someone with a defined G center, this is my time to anchor my leadership into unapologetic truth, not packaging, not perfection, okay? Not trying to seek attention as my open throat, you know? I've realized that my direction doesn't come from louder content, like speaking in this context. It comes from listening, because my only direction gate, I am a vessel of love, so I have all the love gates, and I have a defined G center through the 1034 and the 515 channel, but my only direction gate is gate 13. That is the gate of the listener. So I need to listen right now more than I need to speak. This is my conscious Jupiter. So I'm slowing down, and I'm going to tune into what actually wants to be said. And we'll see what comes up. So here's your mission, if you choose to accept it. Try the leadership mirror ritual, okay, that I just discussed. You can also come back to this video at any time that you need to remember. Also, you can take a notebook out, write all of this down. And so if you do practice and try out and experiment with this ritual, feel free to tag me on Instagram. I am Journey Through HD. If you share it somewhere on there on Instagram, or you can also shoot me a DM and let me know what came up for you. I love hearing about people's experiments. So please tell me what came up for you. And also watch what changes when you stop speaking just to be heard and start responding from aligned identity, really speaking from the heart. And also comment down below, what old leadership pattern are you shedding this retrograde? What did you look at in your human design and astrology chart and see what's going to be coming up for you, or what has already been coming up for you? And don't forget to subscribe if you're ready to lead from purpose and not pressure. Give this video a big thumbs up. And don't forget to check out my website, humandesignastro.com, where I've got a lot of stuff going on over there. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.